Hello everyone, welcome to My English, My Love, an online program to learn education during this COVID-19 days and this corona pandemic. So we are very eagerly waiting for you to give more lessons for you during these lessons during this COVID-19. So today we are going to discuss about school life. Most people, everybody likes school life. If anybody asks, what is your funny moment in the school, means everybody will say that I love to spend time with the school, my friends, playing in the school, playing in the classroom, getting punishments, getting scoldings from the teachers. So that was very quite natural for everyone, and everybody loves the school life. Everybody loves the school life. So here we have a great story which was written by one of the great writers from our India, R.K. Narayan. So that is Swami is expelled from school. Swami is expelled from school. So what is the meaning of expelled? Means Swami has been sent out from the school. So why he is expelled from the school? Let's discuss by reading the class. I warmly welcome you to the class with a great happiness. Let's begin the class. The headmaster entered the class with a slightly flushed face and hard, ominous look in his eyes. Swaminathan wished that he had been anywhere but at that moment. The headmaster surveyed the class for a few minutes and asked, "Aren't you not ashamed of coming and sitting there after what you have did yesterday?" Just as a special honor to them, he read out the names of a dozen students or so that had attended the class. After that, he had read out names of those who had kept away and asked them to stand on their benches. He felt that punishment was not enough and asked them to stand on their desks. Swaminathan was among them and felt humiliated at the means. Then they were lectured. When it was over, they were asked to offer explanations one by one. One had said he had an attack of headache and thereafter, therefore, he could not come to school. He was asked to bring a medical certificate. So now here, let's begin the class. So the school has been opened, the class is going on. Immediately, principal or headmaster came to class. So normally, if any headmaster comes to school, means there will be a big complaint. When we have a big problem, then the principal or headmaster will enter the classroom, right? So same thing here, headmaster came to the class. Normally he won't come, but he came to class and with a great ominous looking strong look with a very red face. He came to class and everybody knows who are the people for whom they came. Everybody knows that one, but everybody kept quiet. Then the headmaster came to class and said, "Are you stupid fellows? Aren't you feeling ashamed to sit in the classroom without giving any explanation what you have done yesterday?" And immediately started shouting on the children, and he took a paper and he read all the names who were not in the school, in the class study. Then all the people were requested to stand on the bench. Then he said, "No, not on the bench. You have to stand on the desk." So now you will feel that was very quite common in the school life, getting punishments from the headmaster or the class teacher. That was very quite natural. But here the headmaster came and he's saying that why aren't you feeling any ashamed because you've done something the day before and you are not without giving an explanation, you are sitting in the classroom, you shameless fellows. And he said immediately they were on the desk. Then he asking one by one and he took a class. We know that how many classes, how they will give lecture for us. So then our ears will get from this side, this side, this side, this side. They will say you are doing like this, you are doing like this. So everybody will get bored up. Yes or no? So when any person is giving lecture, because especially about discipline, about obedience, really a common student will get real irritation. They will look like this and they will feel when he will go, when he will stop, when he will leave the class, everybody will feel the same thing as a student. So same thing the people who are students were thinking when he will, the headmaster will leave the class. But he is not leaving and he given a punishment for some students what the names he called previously and he requested them to stand on the desks. Later he is calling one by one and asking for the explanation why he was not in the school yesterday. So one boy came forward and said that, sir, I got headache. What I got? I got headache. So I was unable to attend the class. Immediately he said, okay, you take a medical certificate and come to class tomorrow. And he sent him out from the class. The second person came. Second said that while he had been coming to school on the previous day, some had told him that there would be no school and he had gone back home. The headmaster replied that if he was going to listen to every loafer who said there would be no school, he deserved to be flogged. Anyway, why did he not come to school and verify? No answer. The punishment was pronounced 10 days attendance cancelled, 2 rupees fine, and the all day to be spent on the desk. The third said that he had an attack of headache. The fourth said that he had stomach ache. The fifth said that his grandmother died suddenly just as he was starting for school. The headmaster asking him if he could bring a letter from his father. No, he had no father. Then, who is our guardian? His grandmother. But the grandmother was died. Was she not? No, it was other grandmother. The headmaster asked how many grandmothers a person could have. No answer. Could he bring a letter from his neighbors? No, he could not. None of his neighbors could read or write because he lived in a very illiterate part of Elaman Street. Then the headmaster offered to send a teacher to this illiterate locality to ascertain from the boy's neighbor if the death of grandmother was fact or pause, some perspiration. Then the answer that the neighbors could not possibly know anything about it. Since the grandmother died in the village, the headmaster hit him to the knuckles with his cane, called him a street dog, and pronounced the punishment 15 days suspension. So now one after one. The second person came to the principal, headmaster, saying that why you are not attending the class yesterday. Then he immediately clearly saying that, sir, I took back and I was coming to the school with great interest. I have to go to school. I have to learn something from the school. So when I was coming, one person encountered me and said that there was no school. So immediately what I did, so I took back my back and I went to my home back. That he said that if you listen to such a loafer idiot words every time, you will become like that only. So you are 10 days abstinence and 2 rupees fine, everything he clearly said. And next one more boy came and said I got a headache. And next boy came, I got stomach ache. And next one more boy came and he said that when he was coming out from the home, he took bag and he was coming, just he stepped out, then immediately grandma passed away. Then he said, when I came out, sir, immediately my grandmother died. So suddenly it was a great disaster for me. So I was not attending the class yesterday. Then immediately he said, okay, bring a letter from your father. He said, no, I don't have a father. Then he said, then bring a letter from some other person. Who is your guardian? He said, my guardian is my grandmother. Oh, then she was died now. No, she is not the grandmother. Another grandmother. He said that how many grandmothers does a person will have? Then there was no response. Then he said, okay, bring a letter from your neighbor. He said, no, it is not possible. Why? Because nobody knows how to read, nobody knows how to write. Then immediately he said, okay, I will send you a teacher. Then he will inquire everything and he will come whether the grandmother's died or not. He said, then they came back and he said, no, grandmother was died. That was the wrong information. Immediately he given good punishment for the person and called him, are you street dog? You street dog. You have a punishment and you have to stand on the bench for full day, all day. At the same time, you have to you are suspended for 15 days. That was the punishment. Most probably the silly reasons we will get from the school itself. You will also many times use the same reason. If any teacher asks you why you were absent yesterday, sir, I got fever. Simple 1 day fever, half day fever, 1 day headache. So that is, sometimes it will be natural, but sometimes we will create a nuisance. Sometimes we will create a reasons for simple, silly reasons we will replace with another reason. For example, you attend a marriage function, but instead of writing marriage function, what you will write? You will write, I got fever. Instead of attending any program, you will mention, I got headache. You got some stomach ache. So that was very quite natural answers from students. The teacher knows, headmaster knows that was wrong, but we will accept that because we will believe that students will always say truth. Here the students are saying all the lies, and the headmaster is asking for a proper explanation with a letter from parents or from the neighbors. So that was a great decision, and let's continue that. When Swaminathan, now our character came, and a major character from the lesson, our Swami. Swaminathan turn came. He looked around helplessly. Rajam sat on the third bench in front and resolutely looked away. He was amazing. He was gazing at the blackboard intentionally. So now what happened? Now all they completed. Now finally we have our hero here. Our hero is Swami. You know already we have read the lesson, a hero in the class. So same our hero here, Swami, the same writer. The Swami was here. So Swami's turn came, and he was looking very clearly when he will come, when he will call my name, when I have to go there. So he was very looking at, very gazing me steady look at the board, when he will call. So finally, but at the back of his head and the pink ears were visible to Swaminathan. It was an intolerable sight. Swaminathan was in acute suspense lest that head should turn and fix its eyes on his. He felt that he would drop from the desk to the floor if that happened. The pink ears, 3 benches off, made him incapable of speech. If only somebody would put a blackboard between his eyes and those pink ears. So when he was looking at the headmaster, he's only looking at his eyes and his ears, and it was very dangerous. He was having more anger, and if he calls me, definitely he will beat me and he will pull me from the bench to the floor. So I will get a more insult. I will be insulted in front of all my friends. So it is very hard condition. So he is waiting, at the same time he was very tension, because his name is ready to be called by the headmaster. Now see, he was deaf to the question that headmaster was putting on him. A rap on his body from the headmaster cane brought him to himself. So now he was looking at him, and he was looking like this. Headmaster is calling. He say, "What is your answer? Why you are absent yesterday? What happened to you?" So he was asking the questions, headmaster, but he was stunned. Means he was not giving. He became a deaf. He is not listening to the words of headmaster. He was in a dream that what is going to happen next, what the headmaster is going to do. So he was thinking everything in his mind, but he is not listening to the words of headmaster. Means body was present, mind was absent. Most of the schools in the class also, our body will be present, but our mind will be absent. The same thing here. At the time, headmaster took cane and he bet. Then immediately our Swami came to this world, and he looked at the headmaster. Now, "Why did you keep away yesterday?" asked the headmaster. Looking up, Swaminathan's first impulse was to protest that he had never been absent. But the attendance register was there. No, I was stoned. I tried to come, but they took away my cap and burned it. Many strong men held me down when I tried to come. When a great man sent to a Gaul, "I am surprised to see you, a slave of Englishmen. Didn't they cut off Daska Muslim, slaves of slaves?" These were some of the disjoint explanations which streamed into his head, and which, when even at the moment he was discreet enough to not to express. He had wanted to mention a headache, but he found to be distressed that the others beside him had one. The headmaster shouted, "Won't you open your mouth?" He brought the cane sharply down on Swaminathan's right shoulder. Swaminathan kept staring at the headmasters with tearful eyes, massaging his left hand, the spotted where the right was laid. "I will kill you if you will keep on staring without answering to my question." So immediately the question was coming, "Why you were absent yesterday?" The question asked by our headmaster. Then immediately Swaminathan, he said that he want to say that I am not absent yesterday, but there was attendance register. Though he was thinking that no, I cried. He was thinking in his mind, "I tried to come to school, but somebody stoned me, has thrown a stone on me, and later somebody took away my cap, and somebody, some strong man pulled me down." And he was thinking, "I want to say headache, but somebody said, so what, I don't know." He's saying many ideas coming into his mind, that is, didn't cut off or Daska, Dhaka, Muslim, slaves of slaves, many words coming into his mind, he became a stammering. He don't know what to respond for his words. So everything is going his mind. So he's not opening his mouth. Everything is going around his mind. Then immediately again with the cane he given on the right shoulder. Then immediately with his left hand he's rubbing with his right shoulder, and his eyes were rubbing with the right hand. He was crying with tearful eyes, and he's saying that, respond, why are you staring at me, why are you looking at me, say your answer, why you are not attended the school yesterday. That was the question from headmaster again to our hero Swaminathan. I could not come, stammered Swaminathan. Is that so? Asked the headmaster, and turning to the boy said, bring the peon. Swaminathan thought, what is he going to ask the peon to trash me? If he does any such thing, I will bite everybody dead. The peon came. The headmaster said to him, no, now say what you know about this rascal on the desk. The peon eyed Swaminathan with a sinister look, grunted and demanded, didn't I see you break the pens? Then immediately he was saying to respond headmaster words, I couldn't come yesterday. Then he said, yes, I know that you didn't come yesterday. Then immediately he said, call the peon. The peon, he was thinking that why the peon was coming here, he is going to trash me, he is going to beat me severely. If he did like that, I will bite everybody dead. So he was thinking everything. Then immediately the peon came and he said, yes, this is the boy whom I saw to breaking the ventilators of the principal office, and who is breaking the pans. Then immediately headmaster added that, yeah, of the ventilators in my room, added the headmaster with jest. Here there was no chance to escape. Swaminathan kept staring foolishly till he received another whack on the back. The headmaster demanded what the brigand had to say about it. The brigand had nothing to say. It was a fact that he had broken the pans. They had seen it. There was nothing more to it. He had unconsciously become defiant and did not care to deny the charge. When another whack came on his back, he ejaculated, don't beat me, sir, it pains. This was an invitation to the headmaster to bring down the cane 4 times again. He said, keep standing here on the desk, staring like an idiot till I announce your dismissal. So immediately he said, principal, headmaster said, yes, this is the boy who break in my ventilator glasses. You brigand, you dirty fellow, you idiot. And he took a cane and he started punishing our Swaminathan hero. Then immediately he said, sir, don't beat me, it is paining. Then immediately, if you say like that when the teacher is giving punishment, if we say like that, what the teacher will do? For one punishment, they will add 3-4. The same thing happened here. When he said the dialogue, immediately headmaster given 4 again. Then it given more. Then he said, whenever I say till my announcement of your dismissal, you be there, stand on the bench, you dirty fellow, you idiot, I will kill you. He said like that. Then immediately, with a great encouragement, our hero is going to respond to the principal words. Let's see. Every pore in Swaminathan's body is burned. With the touch of the cane, he had a sudden flood of courage, the courage that comes of desperation. He restrained the tears that were threatening to rush out, jumped down, and grasping his books, rushed out, muttering, I don't care of your dirty school. Then immediately what happened? He jumped from the bench and he took his bag and he folded like this and he's saying that, I don't want your dirty school. I am leaving the school. You are not allowed to dismiss me. I am going to dismiss you from the school. I am leaving the school. Hey, that was the word said by Swami, our hero. Later he was expelled from the school. That was the end of the story. Swami is expelled from the school because of his naughty behavior, because of breaking the pants and ventilator glasses of principal headmaster office. That is the end of the story. Swami is expelled from the school. So thank you for watching. Have a great day. I'll meet you in the next class. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.